Welcome to the 5 Reasons Gambling Show.
Secure the value. Secure the value. Secure the value.
Welcome to the 5 Reasons Gambling Show with Big Picks Energy. I got a special guest with me today. This is Max from the MMA Lads. But before we get there, I just want to hit you guys with the special promo for Prize Picks. Make sure you sign up using code 5. You'll turn 5 into 50 in promo funds. Plus, if you tell this play I'm going to give you, it could be 5 to 85. So, first off, Max, how you feeling today? UFC 317, bro.
Man, I am pumped, man. You couldn't ask for a more perfect card for International Fight Week.
Dude, I'm so hyped for this. Like, when you watch the embedded all week, it's like it's a good fight, bro.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna break down the main event, and we're gonna take some parlay suggestions from Max and MMA Lads. But before we get there, let me hit you with a pair for the Ilia Topuria promo on Prize Picks. Like I said, use code 5 when you sign up for Prize Picks, and pair it with this play: WNBA Natasha Cloud under 8.5 points. Now, I know that seems like a low number, but I'm gonna just hit you with the stats. She's only gone over 8.5 points once in the last 10 games. This is crazy. Look at this. She had 14. It's an aberration when she goes under. 90% hit rate. So I would definitely take that and pair it with the Ilia Topuria free square, which is over 1.5, over 0.5 significant strikes. So that is the best play on Prize Picks. Remember, use code 5. Max, I brought you here because when it comes to betting on UFC, man, like, it's tough, right? Like, you can't just go by favorites. Sometimes it's even better just to go by method of victory or how many rounds, because everybody's one punch away. You know what I'm saying? And really, the odds gets really slanted when a fight is like, somebody's going to win. It's Kayla Harrison versus some random girl. They're going to make the odds minus 1,000, so you won't bet it. So it's really hard to find value on betting UFC. That's why it's better to break it down with somebody that knows these fighters and see how the fights might go. So what I want from you today, bro, is let's make a parlay for the people. Let's make a 3-legger. The Hard Rock Bet has a bonus right now, 17% up. So let's make a 3-legger. Give me your 2 safest plays right now that are worth betting, because obviously we don't want anything that's minus 1,000.
Yeah.
Just let's take a look. Let's take a look at the card and give me your 2 best plays.
Okay, look, I got you right here. Super safe bet. The champion Alexandre Pantoja. I mean, man, this guy's been on a run as a champion. He's basically beaten everybody in the division. I mean, Kaikar France, he's a great fighter, but look, he's coming off of 1 win. His last 2 fights were 2 losses, obviously against the great Brandon Moreno, and Brandon Moreno, former champ, no slouch by any means. But look, he's coming up off of 1 win. Alexandre Pantoja has beaten all of the guys in his division. Right now, they have him at minus 240 on the Hard Rock Bet.
So you like just the money line, just to take the win no matter how.
Yeah, I will go money line. A lot of Alexandre Pantoja fights have gone to decision. But if we're talking safe bet here, minus 240, I'd go straight money line on Alexandre Pantoja. Look, Interesting fact, Caesar. These guys have fought before. I don't know. A lot of people don't know this, but they fought on The Ultimate Fighter. This doesn't count on the record, but look, they were a lot younger. They've matured into their abilities, and I think, Kaikar France, great fighter. Alexandre Pantoja, great fighter. But I think Alexandre Pantoja has sharpened those skills way better than Kaikar France has. And I think he has the tools to get it done.
All right, we added it. Well, give me another one. Let's make it a 3-legger.
Okay, check this out. I got Brandon Royval against Joshua Van. So look, I want to start off by saying this, even though I'm betting against Joshua Van. Joshua Van is a stud. I mean, this guy literally fought maybe 1 or 2 weeks ago. But you know what? Brandon Royval was supposed to fight. He was supposed to fight somebody else. He pulled out. And look, Joshua Van said, "Look, I'm fresh. I just had a fight. Didn't take much damage. I'm in." So he's going rank 11, which is Joshua Van, to like rank number 3. You know, big step in competition. But usually when that happens, the time kind of shows the test of, look, rank 3 is no slouch. When you're going from 11 to 3, usually
Yeah.
the guy with the higher rank is probably going to beat you. And look, they have him at plus 100.
So he's ranked third, and he's at plus odds. Why do you think that the odds makers have it like that, like as an underdog?
Well, Brandon Royval has fought a lot of the who's in the division. He's gotten a lot of big wins, a lot of big losses too. So he's kind of in that gatekeeping, area where he just fought for the title, lost. I don't know if
Gotcha.
they're really gonna give him another shot. Maybe they will. I don't know. But look, Joshua Van, he's younger, he's dangerous. But I think I like the money, the plus odds on Brandon Royval.
All right, cool. I mean, taking an underdog here is delightful because now our parlay is at plus 183, which is great. With our next pick, we're gonna surpass plus 200, and that's the best because that means you're tripling your money. Now, let's talk. Before we make a pick, I want to make a pick on the main event. Now, I want to say something here because I like both of these fighters. The money line for Ilia Topuria is ridiculous.
Crazy.
Is absurd. Okay, I don't know where they're getting this for. But maybe this is something where it's not even about what they believe is going to happen. They just don't want people betting on Topuria too much because of that power he has. But
Right.
to me, money line, if you think Topuria is going to win, don't bet. I mean, I'm going to ask you right now, what do you think? But I'm just saying for the public in general, do not bet this money line. This money line is absurd.
It's absurd. I agree.
Minus 425 is crazy, dude. Like, there's no way these fighters are way closer than the odds would suggest on the money line. What do you think about that?
I totally agree with that. Yeah, I don't even think it's worth betting minus 425. Look, at the end of the day, look, Charles Oliveira is no slouch. I mean, former lightweight champion. I mean, dude, he has the most finishes in the UFC. I don't understand these odds. This is crazy.
And we've never seen. Well, I mean, we have seen Ilia Topuria fight at 155, but not against like top competition. Like, this guy's moving up. It's not like he's been through the ringer here. We don't know. It's not the same. To me, it's not the same when like I understand he fought Max, and Max used to fight at lightweight, but it's not the same when somebody's cutting down to 145. You know what I'm saying? Where now you're fighting people that can't even cut to 145. Like Charles Oliveira cannot get to 145. You get what I'm saying? Like, I mean, this guy's cutting way higher.
He used to fight at 145 though, a very long time ago when he was younger. Now he probably can't make that weight.
He cannot, dude. He looked like a skeleton. He looked like the uncle from Coco when he cut weight, bro. Like, he looked like 155 is the most he could cut right now. And you saw he was cutting early. I don't know if you saw the picture that went out of Charlie. He was cutting by Thursday. What I'm trying to say is, when you go up a class, bro, I mean, we saw what happened with Volk. But like, it's not, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying you're not gonna look as dominant as he's looked at 145. So I think minus 425 is crazy. Yeah. That being said, let me get your prediction first. How do you think this fight goes?
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, I'm very torn on this, right? I do believe Ilia Topuria does have the skills to pull this off and become a two-weight champion. And I mean, I think as the fans, I mean, it sucks to say this, but I really would love to see him fight Islam Makhachev. So, you know, it's one of those things where as a fan, I want to see it. I love Charles Oliveira. But look, the reason why I pick Ilia, unfortunately, Charles Oliveira, one of his weaknesses is he gets hit a lot. If you look at his fights against Justin Poirier, he got dropped, even though he finished Justin Poirier. He got dropped versus Justin Gaethje. He gets dropped versus Michael Chandler.
No, you're good. Repeat that. So you're saying Ilia is one of the best boxers?
Yeah, Ilia is one of the best boxers in the UFC right now. I mean, definitely top 3, you know. But with that being said, just the fact that Charles Oliveira gets dropped a lot in his fights. Dustin Poirier dropped him. Michael Chandler dropped him. Justin Gaethje dropped him. Ilya Taporia really knows how to put the combos together, right? He gets dropped by hooks. That's his weakness. But one thing Ilya Taporia does well is he just doesn't throw hooks. He throws combos. He'll throw the 1-2 hook, and then he'll add a left hook when you're too busy focus on the right hook that he just threw.
Right.
So I think that might catch Oliveira off guard. A lot of people are underestimating Ilya Taporia's wrestling as well. He's a very good wrestler. But look, a lot of Charles's finishes, he finishes it on the ground. You know, he'll land something, bring the person to the ground, and lock up a submission. So if there was a way for Charles Oliveira to get it done, I would see it being a submission win. I don't see this going 5 rounds.
Well, look, fight to go to distance. Well, no, we're talking about betting again. Fight to go to distance is not worth betting either because the no is minus 750 and the yes is plus 500. I wouldn't do it. What are you thinking then in terms of a bet? You're thinking Ilya by KO, TKO, or submission?
But yeah, I will go by no. I wouldn't do submission. I would do.
I mean DQ.
Yeah, KO, TKO, DQ. But look, even at that, you're not even getting much. You're still getting minus 170.
Yeah, but minus 170 is tasty when we add it to our parlay. That takes us to plus 350.
Right.
So I like that. And I like that breakdown. For me, I think Ilya is the better fighter. But I just can't get over the height difference. Don't you think that's going to matter? Like Charles is way bigger, dude. Like you saw the face off. I know Max was also bigger, but like I said, he was cutting weight down to 145. Do you think the size difference is going to matter today?
It could play a factor in the wrestling for sure. It depends on where they want to take this fight. You know,
Max said Charles said he's going to walk forward.
He's going to walk forward, huh?
That's what he said. He could be playing games.
So see, check this out. Usually when these fighters cut weight, you know, when they have a tough weight cut, you know, they lose some of that pop in their power because maybe sometimes they haven't fully recovered properly, you know. But it also means when you're dehydrated, right? Obviously they hydrate back up, but we have to see how well he's recuperated from this weight cut because he did look pretty skinny, man. I'm not gonna lie during the weight cut. And it seems that a lot of Charles's weight cuts are a little rough. I mean, I don't know if you remember, he missed weight against I believe it was Islam.
Yep.
So
he did. I remember that.
When you're dehydrated like that, you are more likely to get rattled by punches. Ilya doesn't look like he's had to cut much weight, so he looks fresh. He looks full.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yes, I do think that the height difference is a little concerning. I think he's 5'7".
Yeah.
And Charles is 5'11". I want to say
5'11". It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Either way, I'm expecting a banger, dude. I just placed a bet. I'm gonna tweet it out when the stream is over. I'm gonna tweet it out for everybody to tell. I really like it. Plus 350, and we'll all be watching. Max, tell everybody where they can follow you.
Awesome. Thanks, Caesar. Thanks for having me on board. So you can follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. It's MMA Lads 305. That's our handle. It's across the board for all those three. So give us a follow. Also on Facebook, we MMA Lads 305 as well.
Awesome, dude. Follow the MMA Lads for all the breakdowns and the pre-fight predictions. This is Big Picks Energy. Make sure you visit wap.com/BigPicksEnergy. And once again, remember to use code 5 when you sign up for Prize Picks. Tell the play I gave you earlier, and I'm pretty sure it's going to cash. All right, guys. See you on the next one.
Thanks for watching the 5 Reasons Gambling Show with Big Picks Energy.
Secure the value. Secure the value. Secure the value. Secure the value.